You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today's Friday the 23rd of May 2025 and you are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. Sorry I've been inconsistent the last few days. I think I've probably overdone it in terms of writing the last few weeks, which is fine. I can have little breaks, but it's unusual for me to not do the podcast as well. But anyway, I'm here today. Hopefully I'll be here for the next few days as well. I can't remember if I said, but I definitely said that I applied for July as unpaid leave. I can't remember if I said I got it or not, but I did. So I'm not working in July, so there'll be a lot of writing going on in July and a lot of other things as well, hopefully. So what have I done in the last couple of days? I've been really, really lazy, actually, obscenely so. I've done a bit of reading. So I've got a couple of Folio Society books that arrived the other day, and one of them was the third book in the Ian M. Banks Culture sci-fi series. And I suddenly realised I bought the first two books from them as well. Read the first one, but never read the second. So today I have spent quite a lot of the day reading the second book, which is called The Player of Games. And it's a much shorter book than the first one, Consider Flaubus, which is a really good book. And reading my review, because I have read this before a long time ago, so much so that I literally don't remember anything. I read my review that I wrote of it on Goodreads, and clearly a lot of the stuff that is in this that I'm enjoying, I enjoyed last time, but I literally don't remember any details at all. But it's an interesting book so far. So it's set in a sci-fi culture that is massively technologically ahead of ours, to the point where it's kind of like Starfleet, but if Starfleet was full of decadent people. So it's they've got AIs that do nearly everything for them. There is no such thing as, you don't need money. You can have what you want because the resources exist to just build what you want. And people basically spend most of their time enhancing or changing their bodies. So this particular book there are some, there is a unit within the culture called Special Circumstances, and their role is to do first contact and stuff like that. And they've found a culture, a race, an empire, it's over a few planets, that basically its hierarchy is determined by this very complicated game. And so what they've decided to do to try and learn a bit more about this race is get one of the people in the culture, the main character in the book, is a game player. And so they've decided to basically train him to play this massively complex game. And I'm not really quite sure what the end point is, because it's not like they want to become rulers or anything like that. I think they just want to understand this race, this empire a lot more. But it's quite clever, quite interesting. And also, he's referring to these little flying robots as drones, and this was written in the 90s, so I hadn't realised the terminology went back that far. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, actually. Then tomorrow I'm going to have a good day, going into London to catch up with one of my friends, and where they live isn't near the centre, but they're quite close to Kew Gardens, and there's a riverboat terminal there, so we're actually going to catch the boat into London on the Thames. We're going to go to the London Transport Museum. There's a few bits and pieces we want to do, so I'm looking forward to that. In terms of writing, this friend of mine has read Still Life, the version that I've just, the one I've just signed off. So I'll be fascinated to see what she thinks of it. She said in the message she really enjoyed it. No, she said she loved it, actually. So I'm hoping she's not just telling me what she thinks I want to hear. But she said she'd talk to me more about it when I saw her, which obviously is tomorrow. So that'll be good. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that feedback. I'm looking forward to... I've got a couple of questions I want to ask her, like at what point did she realise the twist featuring Little Edward Smith. What are her theories as to who Lady Khalida Desai, who she is, and just other bits and pieces, really. I mean, I find it, because it's not deliberately a female-centric book. I didn't write it thinking most of my main characters are going to be female, but actually most of them are. So, the main character, apart from the bad guy, who's a guy, you've got loads of quite important and strong female characters. You've got, obviously, Saywood, Rebecca, Geraldine, Isabel, Molly Clark or Molly Smith. They're sort of the main characters. Meredith, Lady Khalida Desai. In fact, the only male characters I can really think of to name are Sir Teddy Ainsley, Jagvir Singh, and obviously my bad guy, Maximilian Cecilius, or Max Sosi. So yes, I'm looking forward to that feedback. Maybe it'll kick me into doing some work over the next few days. But you know what? If I need a break, I'll have a break, because I think the one thing I have learnt is write when you're in the right place, but don't when you're not, because what you write is going to be shit. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably won't have done a lot of writing, but I'll tell you about my day in London. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.